everybody, Eva here. I am here for another episode of the It's Her Business show. Today we're going to be talking about the 4 shades of the Saboteur. Saboteur. I don't even know how to pronounce it, guys, but mindset is such a huge deal, and we've been dealing with strategy and tactics, and today I wanted to turn it back to the mindset and do some work. So before we get started, I'm just printing my notes really quick, but before we get started, you want to grab a pen and paper, maybe a pencil and a highlighter. A pencil is always a good idea because sometimes you're going to be moving stuff around, and we're going to be diving in a second. Also, I want to know who is joining me here today, and let me know your name, where you're joining from. We're literally 7 days away from the Serve Method retreat, and I could not be more excited. I'm just so thrilled. We have had I think close to 400 people registered for this. So Monday we're going to be on Zoom. Be ready for that. Selena and Jay will be getting you guys the worksheets. For those of you guys who are in Europe, we're going to be doing a live replay session the following day. Jay is going to be announcing the times and letting you know. So if you're interested in participating on that, let her know. Okay. So Serve, in a nutshell, I just want to let you know the overview of the strategy. You see my board behind me? Those are the 7 days that we're going to be walking you through. It's going to be unbelievable. We have so much work planned out for you. There is going to be implementation, 10-minute private sessions after each day that you're going to be signing up for. There is going to be homework. There's going to be worksheets. It's going to be so much fun. By the way, make sure you click the name above me in the live stream where it asks you to give stream my permission or whatever, because otherwise I can just see it says Facebook users. Somebody says, I'm in Texas, also a single mom. Awesome. So I can't see your name. So if you guys click the name, click the link above, I'm going to be able to see your name. I'm so excited about this. Does it look like I'm clicking like a strobe here? Something is up with the lighting. Let's see. Okay, hopefully it's better now. So Serve, what does it mean to serve? S for scale with a group program, E with engineering your legacy, R for reverse map your goals down to days, hours, specific outcomes, V for virtual retreats, E for execute and evolve. You have a lot to look forward to. We're going to break down exactly these things, and we're going to implement next week. Okay, it's an implementation retreat. Yes, we're going to be on Zoom for only an hour a day, but there's going to be some additional time required of you, and really invest your heart and soul into next week to really make it move your business forward. So who's excited? Type in excited in the chat. I'm so thrilled about next week. If you're not registered yet, put me in the chat, and we're going to send you a registration link and get you registered. I also want to give a quick shout out to Jay and Selena on my team. Selena could not be here today. Hi, Danielle. So good to see you. Jay and Selena is not here today, but they'll both be supporting you through this. So you are assigned to one of us. You're either matched with me, or you match with Jay, or match with Selena for next week. So we're all going to go live on Friday, and we're going to let you know and tag you, because we divided you guys up into thirds. There's no rhyme or reason to it, and we're going to be supporting you through this. That means you're going to have implementation calls with one of us. One of us is going to be, guiding you through the ideas and all that. So, all right, let's talk about self-sabotage today. A little bit of a different topic that we don't get to talk about next week. Okay. All right. Oh, yay. Hi, Laura. Good to see you. Yes, I think you fixed it. Yay. Lee is excited. I'm so excited for you, Lee, too. Okay. All right. Pen and paper. Self-sabotage. So there is 3 different things that I think about when I think about evolution as an entrepreneur. There is 3 different areas. One of them is your skill set as an entrepreneur, mastering marketing, mastering sales, branding, presence on camera, teaching, discovery session, all that jazz, right? The second thing is the mindset of investing. Super important. It's if you want to make money in a real estate business, you first have to invest in a real estate. If you want to make money in the stock market, you first have to invest into stock. It's the same thing in business. So the mindset of investing is super crucial. The things that you're going to be investing into is time, right? Money into coaching, money into advertising, and team. Those are the 4 investments that you're going to have to be making. Now, you have to wrap your head around it. Each of those buckets, you're going to pushing stuff in order to get a return on the other side. So with investing, you have to think about, okay, for example, how do I invest my time so that I get the highest possible return? How do I invest into coaching so that I have the highest possible return? How do I invest into team and their hours? How do I get the highest possible return? Okay. And the third bucket, so we have the skills that we're building, the investing mindset we're up leveling, and then the third is letting go of the stuff that is holding us back and that is sabotaging our business. Many times it's going to be some version of self-sabotage, fear of rejection, and scarcity mindset. Those are the things that I see the most, okay? But I want you to grab pen and paper because we're going to be defining some of those things that come up. Today, we're going to be doing some work on the letting go of those things. So there is patterns, most of which you learn in a childhood or throughout your life, okay? They have become patterns. They have become habitual things and how your brain has been wired that are holding you back. And there's 4 buckets of patterns. We're going to do some brainstorming on this. So, and those patterns, some of them you already know about and you're still doing it. And some of them you don't know about. And those are then called blind spots, right? So today we're going to be working with the ones that you're somewhat aware of, but it's not fully present to you how much it's bringing you back, bringing you down. And in some of the future sessions, we're going to be working with the unidentified patterns, aka blind spots that you don't even know you have that are bringing you down, okay? So patterns. Okay. So patterns. Many people think that the things that are holding you back are just beliefs. But here's the thing. Beliefs are just one of the 4. So I want to go through them and we're going to brainstorm. And I want you to write down for each of those 4 buckets. I want you to write down 2 that apply to you. And if you guys are willing to share in the chat, that I think that would be really, really awesome for everybody else who is watching because they'll kind of, you guys can steal each other's stuff too. So what are the patterns? 4 buckets: way of being, way of acting, compulsive feeling states, and belief systems. Okay. So again, way of being, way of acting, compulsive feeling states, and belief systems. So let's walk through some examples and how they work. Let's start with the one that you're probably most familiar with, the beliefs. All right, so beliefs. What are those? They're basically conclusions that you made about yourself or about the world, either in a childhood or later in your life, that are right now affecting your business. I'm going to read out a few, and let's see if you can relate to this, okay? Here's one that I get from a lot of people. There's like a subconscious belief that you're a fraud. Especially this is a case for those of you who don't have a client yet. Like, who am I to call myself a business coach if I don't have any clients yet? Makes me feel like a fraud. So who has that one? Put a F in a chat for fraud if that comes up for you. I had that for a very long time, and it literally kept me from getting clients for 10 months when I started my business. Or there's one that shows up for a lot of people because all of us have failed in the past quite a bit, right? So there's this like, I tend to not follow through, I tend to give up, or I tend to fail somewhere in the process. Let's see, still kind of stroby, isn't it? Okay, is this better? Hope this is better. When it does that. Okay, I never succeed is one of them. Anybody relating? I never succeed. Or I have, I am too slow. I am too not great with technology. I am not a fast learner. I'm a slow learner. Or I'm too dramatic, too emotional to take my business to the next level and to really sustain it. Or there's a lot of like subconscious stuff about integrity. Like I don't have integrity charging this much money. It doesn't make, it's not integrous to be charging money or charging what I want to charge. Or I take advantage of other people when I sell to them. Anybody has that? Selling to people, selling my program to people is taking advantage of them. Anybody has that one? Laura says that's me trying to keep from engaging, trying to get, it's keeping me from trying to get clients. I think you're reacting to something I said a minute ago, but thank you so much for sharing. Never succeed sometimes. Got it, Lee. It's never going to work out. It's never going to work out. I'm actually never going to get there. Our life is struggle. Business is struggle. Anybody has that one? So I want you to write down 2 beliefs. And if you would be willing to share in the chat what those are that you're going to let go of. Ooh, I don't have a right to charge. Oh my goodness, that's really good. I am too unorganized. I love that. Whoever said that, I can't see your name, unfortunately. Oh, this is so good. Not sure if my program will give them true transformation. What I do won't transform people. Anybody has that? This is so common. Nelsha or Nelsia, let me know if I'm mispronouncing your name. This is so common. My program won't actually cause the transformation. It won't work for my clients. Anybody's relating to that because that's really good. I don't have enough time. So good. I don't have time. I'm going to pop that on the screen in case you guys can't see that. I don't have time. Who is relating to that? I don't know enough. How can I be an expert? So good. Whoever said that, I can't see your name. Gotta click the link above. But I don't know enough. Who am I to be an expert? That's so good. Nelsia? Okay, I think that was the second. There's a good one. I don't believe I have a right to charge. I'm too unorganized. So good, guys. All right, so those are beliefs. Everybody has 2. Yay? Okay. So that's just the first category, okay? Now, let's look at the second category, and that is a way of being. A way of being. A habitual way of being that you know is holding you back. Let's brainstorm it out. What's the way of being that is holding you back? An example could be withdrawn. Or too serious at times. Too serious. Or nice. Nice is the way of being, can be a pattern. Right? Or closed. So who has some ways of being that are holding you back? Write them down. Put them in a chat. Somebody put some ways of being in the chat that is holding you back. Perfection. Yes, there's so many shades of perfectionism. So good. Oh, Daniel had a really good one. I'm taken away from my family by investing in my business. That's a good belief. It's selfish to me investing in my business. Notice if that comes up for you. By the way, this is very human. All of us have these things. All of us have 4 categories. Here's why. Our brain was designed for one thing and one thing only, and that is to keep us safe and keep our physical body alive. Okay? Business is not safe. Business is our spiritual growth. It requires of us to be somebody we have never been before. It requires us to face rejection. It requires of us to push through a lot of discomfort. Therefore, the mind will throw all kinds of different things at us. Right? Like this, that are going to make it really hard to operate in our business. All right, so who has some other ways of being? Imposter syndrome, 100%. Not authentic enough. Scared to be authentic. Oh, interesting. I'm sure there's other people who can relate to that too. All right, so that's way of being. Number 3 is way of acting, okay? So way of acting that shows up for you. Being busy. Busy, doing a lot of things, checking off all the things and not pausing to actually take a step back and thinking strategically. Procrastinating. Who has procrastination? I see so many people spending more time and more effort avoiding the action than actually taking the action. Almost always has to do with imposter syndrome or fear of rejection, right? Avoiding action, procrastinating. Not asking for help is another way of acting. Not asking for help, for support, whether it's from your family, from your coach, from your team, or acting frustrated over technology. Who gets really triggered where the technology is not working? Right? That's way of acting. So who has a way of acting that you know? That's the thing you do that's holding you back. Whether it could be always being late to meetings, or not doing what you said you would do, not sticking to your time blocks, or procrastinating, not asking for help, doing everything on your to-do list except the things that will make the biggest difference, right? We'll do everything on your list except the thing that has to do with sales or being on camera and whatever. Who has a way of acting that you can share that you know is holding you back? And I want each of you to write down at least two ways of acting you know gets in a way of you reaching multi 6 and 7 figures. And the last one is, here's some good examples. Not prioritizing, too busy. Annoyed by broken tech. Yes. Learning not to sweat the small stuff. Really great. This is good. I keep myself busy studying instead of just starting. It's like I need to know enough in order to start, okay? So good. Yes, Kim says, I take all the courses and never applying. Oh my goodness. We're going to hold you guys accountable for implementation next week. Make sure you're connecting with one of us, making sure that you are held accountable next week of putting this into action, not just writing a bunch of notes, right? Okay. Really good. Thank you. Thank you, Kim, for sharing. Thank you for Laura for sharing, and Daniel and Lee. You guys are awesome. All right. Last one is compulsive feeling states. Now, feelings are not a problem. Feelings are there to be felt. And every time you get a feeling, it's important to pause and really process it and let yourself feel it, even if you have to do that 10 times a day. However, feeling becomes a pattern when it's compulsive, when it's habitual, when you get stuck in that feeling. So an example of that could be feeling rushed or feeling overwhelmed habitually, right? Or feeling anxious whenever you think about money, or feeling resentful every time you get a text from a certain client, you know what I mean? Or anxious or whatever it is. Or anxious whenever you get an email from somebody or whatever. Or getting pissed off every time you have to talk to customer service of Comcast, whatever it is, right? That's mine. Anyway, or feeling numb. So, who has a habitual feeling that you would like to share? Maybe we can get an inspiration. Somebody says, I feel like I have to do everything myself and tell myself I can't delegate or get help. This shows up so much. There's resistance for asking for help, asking your team for help. I know, trust me. That's a resistance that I push through almost daily. Really good. Constant feeling of overwhelm. That's a pattern you want to clear. Really good. Who is there with Laura? A lot of overwhelm. It's a pattern. Already pissed off. Pissed off waiting to happen. Whatever I know I have to when I have to deal with customer service. That's you. It's one of those. Like we're not stuck in that. We have tools we can use to transform this. Okay. Really good stuff. All right. So does everybody here have at least 2 in each category? 2 beliefs you want to clear, a way of being you want to clear, a way of acting you want to clear, and some compulsive feeling states. Ooh, Kathy says doubt in my ability. I want to take a pause and share a couple things about doubt for a second. One of the practice that we just started in my group program is dealing with doubt. Doubt gets in the way of running your business big time, okay? If you doubt, it will, it won't, okay? So there's 2 ways you can deal with doubt. One is to clear it. We're going to talk about how to do that. And the other is to be evidence collector. Become an evidence collector about the fact that your vision is already coming to fruition. Your vision is already being manifested. So instead of just doing gratitudes every day, I want you to start collecting evidence. I want you to start writing down, there's the client referral that was referred to me. There's people suddenly showing up to my Facebook group. There's this training that I have been waiting for, right? That is really helping me get clear on things. Right? Like start collecting evidence of the fact that you're on the right track and that your vision is already coming to fruition. Start programming your brain with the fact that you're on track and start affirming, oh yes, it's already happening. It's already happened. My vision has already happened. Okay. Somebody says, if you doubt, you will, you won't. So true, 100%. Kim says, I feel overwhelmed and get shut down and do nothing. I feel like I'm buffering every day. I'm sure you, Kim, you have a lot of people relating to that. It's very, very common. What you need to do is really get out of that and get into action. Action, action, action. Put one foot in front of the other and start implementing. Okay? All right. So we're going to talk about how to clear this. Your brain does not know the difference between what's real and what's imagined when it comes to learning. There have been studies done, guys. I don't know if you remember this. They had 2 groups of people. One that was actually lifting weights 20 minutes a day, doing, the curls and whatnot. And the second group of people who was literally just imagining lifting weights for 20 minutes a day for 12 weeks, right? So you have the group that was actually lifting weights, and then you have the second group who's matching lifting weights, and the results are almost the same. Like, not entirely the same. It was like 20, 30% off, but the results were huge for the group of people who was just imagining lifting weights as well. What is the conclusion from this? You can imagine your way, rehearse your way into new ways of being just by imagining, feeling, acting differently. All right. So there's a tool I learned in the Hoffman process in 2015 that I like to use called recycling. It's very, very cool. It's very, very cool. For those of you guys who want to find out more about Hoffman process, I'm not an affiliate or anything, but I can send you a link to it. But anyway, but this tool is like absolutely changed my life, and it's helped me transform the patterns in all 4 of those categories. It is so powerful. And how it works is basically that you imagine, you embody the pattern, the feeling, the overwhelm, the anxiety, whatever it is. What you do is you pull it out of your body. You transform it. They had less like rubber hands to really transform it. And then then usually it transforms into something luminous or whatever. It sounds really weird. I know. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, they're going to think I'm crazy if I share this. But some of you guys are used to weirdness, so it's all good, right? You transform it into something luminous, and then you put it back in your body. You put it back in your body, and you embody your spiritual self, your higher self, your self with capital S. And now you both go back to the original situation where the pattern was present, and you imagine what would you have done from the new way of being, from the spiritual self way of being, right? So you go back into the situation and you rehearse in your mind. When you're embodying the spiritual self, your higher self, you're rehearsing what's happening, okay? Now, this is doing a very powerful thing. What this is doing, it's rewiring your brain. It's creating new wiring, okay? Because the old way of acting, the feeling rushed, the feeling overwhelmed, feeling anxious, all the things you guys just mentioned in the chat, like that's your highway in the brain, right? It's like how you're used to being. Like you're feeling overwhelmed all the time. It's like a highway you go on, something happens, you get overwhelmed. It's the highway you're taking. It's like your car is like used to driving the highway, makes sense? Now, as you're rehearsing and imagining this new way of being, acting, feeling, whatever, from yourself with capital S, what's happening is that you're creating a new trail, right? You're creating a new path. And you do it a couple times, this path broadens and becomes this like pretty, like it turns into a highway eventually, because you're like, oh, okay, now your brain knows what to do. A trigger happens, you don't get overwhelmed. You get discerning and you take a step back, or whatever it is, right? That your spiritual alternative is. So now you're taking this, and the original highway that was here, that now gets grown over with grass and it no longer exists. And this is so powerful. And I will tell you, I've literally transformed hundreds and hundreds of patterns this way. And I still use it. I did it yesterday, and 4 or 5 new things that pop up, right? This is work that never stops. The brain, we're working against the human mind. The brain will always come up with new stuff to get in your way, to sabotage your business. Because like I said, your brain wants to keep you safe and keep your physicality alive. That's his job. It's always going to come up with stuff. Okay? So you want to get in a practice of rehearsing the different situations from yourself with capital S. How would you be? So you're making that a habit. Does this make sense? Any neuroplasticity fans here? Is this making sense, you guys? How this works? Yay, nay. It's so powerful. Okay? It's so powerful. So how do you do this? I don't have time, unfortunately, to walk you through a guided meditation here because I was supposed to be in a call 10 minutes ago, but we might do some of that during the next week's retreats. We'll see how it goes. But you can do this on your own. What you're going to do is close your eyes and imagine the pattern and put yourself in a situation in which the pattern was present, right? So feeling overwhelmed, feeling withdrawn, whatever, or anxious when you look at your bank account or when you think about your bank account, whatever. And then you will locate it in your body. Take notes on this because you're going to use it later. You're going to locate it in your body. And you're going to, usually it's going to sit somewhere. It's going to be, if it's a pride related pattern, it's going to be here. If it's anger related, it's going to here. If it's, some kind of cravingness, wantingness, neediness, it's going to be around the solar plexus, right? If you're like wanting to fix people or like wanting for people to react a certain way, act a certain way, whatever, like it's going to be around solar plexus. And fear is going to be all over. Depends on the person. You're going to locate it in your body. You're going to pull it out. You're going to hold it in front of you. And you're going to rub it and transform it for about 2 or 3 minutes, right? And it's usually transformed into something luminous, beautiful. Like for me, I usually get a ball of light. And then I put it back into my body and I just like take on, like I let it spread into my body through my shoulders, into my fingertips. And I'll let it spread into my body, like totally like spread and just like take on the posture of my spiritual self. And then what I'll do is then I go back into the situation in which the pattern is present. Actually, do you guys want to do this? I think I might take 3 minutes to do this. Who's down for this? Who wants to do this right now? Who's down for this? Give me a 1 in a chat because we're a little bit behind. Okay. Nobody? All right. Okay, Kim says you like a guided meditation. All right, so if you guys are game for this, we'll do this. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this really quick right now. So close your eyes. Everybody fine, close the door of your bedroom, chase the kids out of the room, just get people out of the room. And let's just do this together. So close your eyes and find a comfortable position in your chair. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And then think of the pattern you wish to transform. Anxiety, overwhelm, busyness, procrastination, fear, anxiety, whatever. Get present to the pattern you want to transform and find it and take on the position of that pattern. Feel it in your body and exaggerate it. Really take it up a notch. Really exaggerate it. Feel it in your body. Where is it? Where is it? And really exaggerate the position. Embodying this is super important. Exaggerate it. If you want, you can use your hand as a scanner to locate it. Where is it? Now, reach out or grab both of your arms. Reach in, wherever it is. With both hands, you want to do this. Pull it out of your body. Pull it out. Hold it in front of you. It's all its ugliness. What is it? What do you see? What is it that you just pulled out? Look at it. Oof. Now it's out of your body. Feel the relief of it. Now I want you to just start processing and start working it. Start, just molding it. And then, start just rubbing and transforming and rubbing your hands faster and faster and faster. Do it. Like give it some energy. Like see it in front of you. See how it's transforming. Really get some good rub, okay? Put some more energy into it. Like really rub your hands faster and faster and faster. Feel the energy. Feel the heat dissipating your pattern. And now pull your hands apart. Ooh, and see what's in between your hands. See what it is. See what it is. Maybe it's a ball of light. Maybe it's a rainbow. Maybe it's a bird. I don't know. Whatever it is. Lift it about the crown of your head and let it descend into your body through the crown of your head. And let it spread into your body. Let the white light of it, the beautiful luminous light of this object, let it spread through your body. through your face, through your chin, through your neck, shoulders, chest, arms, all the way to your fingertips. And through your chest and your belly and your groin and your knees and your legs. And take the position. This is you. This is you. This is yourself with capital S. Take the position of your higher self in your chair right now. And go ahead and exaggerate it a bit. Take it a step up. Really exaggerate it. And now, I want you to go back to the original situation with your eyes closed still. Go back to the individual situation in which this pattern was present. And take a few moments. I'm going to stay quiet for 20 seconds. Take a few moments to imagine this situation from your higher self, from your powerful, serene, magnificent higher self. Go ahead and rehearse it now. And now, grab your pen and paper and write down your authentic alternative. What was it? And share with us in the chat, what did you get? What was your authentic alternative? You know, sometimes I get discernment. Sometimes I get just calm. Sometimes I get like compassion for myself. It's like, it's okay, right? Like I messed up, that's okay. I don't have to be so hard on myself. And what is your authentic alternative? Share with us. All right. And you can literally apply this to many, many patterns. Bliss. Beautiful. Who else has an alternative? Good work, guys. So proud of everybody. Such a great work. All right. Think like a monk. Cool. Very cool. Okay. All right. So use this. You have control. You can control any kind of anxiety, fear, blockage with this. It takes a practice. It takes awareness. It takes auditing. This is why we meditate. This is why we do our spiritual practice. I do it with our clients all the time. We do so much awareness exercise to work out these things out of the system. Still running from your purpose. Somebody needs you. You have everything you need. Oh, so beautiful. Oh, you have everything you need. You do, don't you? You do, don't you? So good. Oh my goodness. Yes. All right. So a couple things for you guys. We're 7 days away. So what do you need to get ready? Number 1, connect with your concierge. Either connect with me or Jay or Selena. You have a message from one of us. If you don't have a message from one of us, please type in the chat. Let us know. We'll connect with you. I'm catching up on all the newbies from last week. You'll have a welcome message from me soon, sometimes today or tomorrow. Number two, we want to connect with you guys. We're going to be connecting with a bunch of people tomorrow. We're still finalizing the content. We're scheduling 5-minute conversations, and I'll have a couple with you guys tomorrow to see like what's really, really needed and what you need to succeed. So we're going to be connecting with people tomorrow. Then we go into Thanksgiving on Thursday and Friday. Worksheet. If you don't have a worksheet, but I still need a worksheet in the chat. So make sure you're connecting with your concierge. Make sure you have a worksheet next week. You should have it on your calendar. Jay's sending out calendar invites, so accept it. So that it's there. She's only sending once on Monday, but it goes all the way through Sunday, every single day, 6 to 7. Is there anybody who is not registered? Because we're simulcasting here. If you're not registered, the way you get registered is text the word retreat to 66866. Okay. And it's going to ask you, okay, like send us your email, whatever, we'll get you registered. It sends you the link. I don't remember exactly, but it gets you registered. So if you're not registered for whatever reason, if you're in the serve group, you're registered, you're good to go. If you're in the It's Her Business group, you're not registered, you're not good to go. Okay. So we have a special pop-up group for this. Okay. So don't miss out on this. So make sure you text retreat to 66866. You're going to get some response back or whatever. Get yourself registered. Ooh, okay, what else? So get your worksheet, get ready. Next Monday, we're starting at 6. We're going to be on Zoom. A couple things about that. We're going to be doing some exercises. Interesting. I just got a text that we're live now. 50 minutes too late. Techie's not working. Tech's not working today. So there's that. So what you want to do is be on camera on Monday, because we're going to do some breakout rooms too. I don't know if we're going to do them on Monday. We're definitely going to do them on Tuesday. We're going to break you into pairs, dyads, and triads so that you can share. We're going to be working on your vision on Monday. So I just want to give you a rundown what's going to happen. On Monday, we're going to work on S of the serve. S is for scale with a group program. There's literally no way to scale to multi 6 and 7 figures in an individual program unless you are, charging $400, $500 an hour. Okay. So scaling with a group program. Day 2, we're going to be engineering your legacy. E for engineering your legacy. So we're going to be engineering your own method. Okay. So like we have serve, you're going to have your own method. This is going to be a legacy for the next 10, 15 years. That's what you're going to write books about, do podcasts about, be on stages about. That's the methodology you're going to be known for. You're going to have your own method. Okay. So start thinking about that. That's exciting to you. What could be my method? What's my method of transformation that I deliver to people? Okay. Start thinking about that. Start brainstorming with your concierge on what that looks like. D3, we're going to reverse map your revenues down to what we teach is an 8-week cycle that you're going to repeat 7 times in a year, 8-week cycle. Each of those is going to have one retreat in it and so on and so forth. Day 4, we're going to talk about virtual retreats. Day 4 and 5, we're going to talk about virtual retreats and filling your funnel. We're going to teach you 5 methods to fill your retreats with 250, 300 people every single time. Day 6, we're going to work on evolution. So we're going to go very, very deep into the 3 things that I just touched base on tomorrow. We're going to talk about your skill building roadmap each month over the next year. What's the skills you're going to be building? And day 7, we're going to be putting it all together. So we're going to be bringing it all together. So 7 days, making sure you're time blocking that for 6 to 7 Mountain, 8 or 9 Eastern every single day. I can't wait. Be on camera for that. We're going to be on Zoom. You're going to be getting a text with a Zoom link. If we don't have your number, you won't be getting a text, but we have most of your numbers. You're going to be getting it over email as well, the worksheet and all. I am so excited for next week. So excited. I'm like counting down the days. I cannot even tell you how amazing it's going to be. So make sure you're connected. You have a call on books for this week. Connect with your concierge, for me, Jay, or Selena. If you can't connect with one of us, find a way to connect with the other. Okay. Be ready for next week. Map some time during the day for your implementation calls. Okay. We're going to be having implementation calls during the day. I'm going to be having them in the morning, Jay mid-afternoon, so Selena later afternoon. We're going to be having 10 to 15 minute implementation calls. This is us serving you. Okay. Where you're going to be able to get on a call with us to implement each day. So make sure you're already thinking you're blocking that time. Because if you're mine, you're going to be having implementation calls, I think 10 to 12 Mountain. If you're Jay's, I might be mistaken, but her calls is going to be like 1 to 3 Mountain or something like that. And if you're Selena's, your calls are going to be like 3 to 5 Mountain or something like that. Okay. So make sure you're scheduling like 10 minutes each day. We're going to be having sign up sheets each day where you hop in on a call. You're going to be working on your homework. So here's how it's going to go. Every night we're going to go on Zoom. We're going to do the work. You're going to fill out your worksheet. Then you're going to go do your homework and you're going to implement. And then you're going to get on a call with your concierge and you're going to have an implementation call. Okay. First come, first served. Obviously, we cannot get on a call with 400 people, but you know, the people who want to get the results will get the results. So like, I recommend you be there. You be the first one to sign up, claim your seat, and you're going to get the support, right? We're going to put, you know, we're going to be able to handle, we're going to help you one way or another. Don't worry if you don't get you don't get a chance or whatever. We'll support you. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. And thank you guys for being here live with me. I really, really appreciate you. I cannot wait to connect with you on Monday. I cannot wait to see your faces on Zoom. I will, and you know, in the meantime, feel free to reach out. Let's connect over chat and I'll see you next Monday.